One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the front.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. A first carry from Leonard Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jags have taken the early lead. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Fournette, a first down carry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half. And
he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Tyus Bowser able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
These kickers now, it's like we take... Now, following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
You have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll... Now, following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now back to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And the ball is knocked out. And that might be Titan football. It is. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. On the run, it's Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he fires one, but incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Titan football. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. And now out come the Jags. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll drop the throw, escaping the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan. Williams loses the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
23 yards on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
On second down, here's Fournette. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Leopard! Leopard! Here we go now.
They'll go with a big bank for it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Leopard.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And it'll be 4th down.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team...
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done. Now part 2. Looking to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this. Overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Set. Blue line.
He'll drop to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
No.
This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A handoff to Fournette. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Patriot.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something...
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Tyus Bowser in there to get him. His 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now the timeout comes here. And the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 3rd down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was